The Public Service Division announced on Tuesday, 25 March 2025, that two permanent secretaries will retire after years of service. The announcement marked the third civil servant retirement reported in a single day, and brought the total number of public sector resignations in March to 5. The wave of exits has drawn attention due to the possibility that some departing civil servants may enter politics. Earlier, the Straits Times reported that Go Han Yan, a director at the Ministry of Digital Development and Information, will leave the service on 3 April, with speculation that he may be preparing to run for office. Tan Ching, 60, permanent secretary, will retire on 1 May after 38 years in the public sector. She began her career in 1986 and held key appointments in ministries such as trade and industry, education, communications and the arts, health and finance. During her tenure as permanent secretary at the Ministry of Education, she worked on expanding pathways and options for students, improving recognition of the teaching profession, and enhancing preschool and special needs education, according to PSD. Tan also played a significant role in strengthening Singapore's healthcare system by accelerating the development of new facilities, improving healthcare financing, including implementing MediShield Life, and expanding healthcare manpower development schemes. In 2016, she was concurrently appointed as Permanent Secretary and Permanent Secretary. Her contributions to the public service earned her the Public Service Medal in 2008 and the Meritorious Service Medal in 2018. Another high-profile resignation is Jeffrey Siow, second Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Manpower and the Ministry of Trade and Industry. His resignation takes effect on 1 April, and he is expected to enter politics ahead of the general election likely to be held by mid-2025. Minister in charge of the public service Chan Singh praised both officials, stating, "I would like to express my appreciation to Ching and Jeffrey for their important contributions. Ching has provided outstanding leadership across the public service over many years, and her service to Singapore has been impactful and invaluable. Jeffrey has served with distinction and made a significant impact across various postings in his career." Siow began his career at MOM and later held positions at the Public Service Division and MOE. He also served as Principal Private Secretary to then Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong from 2017 to 2021. He was later appointed as the first Managing Director and Chief Operating Officer of Enterprise Singapore, where he led initiatives to support small and medium enterprises during Singapore's post-COVID-19 recovery. In January 2024, Siow returned to MOM, where he played a key role in shaping policies on foreign manpower, workplace safety, and fair employment. His tenure saw the introduction of landmark legislation on workplace discrimination and fair workplace practices, according to PSD. From 1 May, Lai Chung-han, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Finance, will be appointed as Permanent Secretary. Chan Heng-ki, Permanent Secretary, will take on an additional role as Permanent Secretary. Stanley Lo Kar Leung will relinquish his appointment as second Permanent Secretary, but will continue to serve as Permanent Secretary. Lai, 52, has held various leadership roles in the Singapore Armed Forces and the Ministry of Defence, including serving as Deputy Secretary in 2012 and as Chief of Navy in 2014. He later became second Permanent Secretary and second Permanent Secretary before assuming his current role at the Ministry of Finance. Chun, 56, previously served in multiple ministries and was the Chief Executive of the Workforce Development Agency in 2008. He later became Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social and Family Development, followed by the Ministry of Health, before taking on his current role in Defence in 2019. Lo, 53, has held key positions in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Information, Communications and the Arts. He was Singapore's trade representative in Taipei in 2007 and later served as Singapore's ambassador to China. Since 2019, he has held various roles, including Permanent Secretary and Permanent Secretary at MFA. Beyond the latest retirements, several high-profile figures have also stepped down from public service in 2025. Jasmine Lau, Deputy Secretary at the Ministry of Health, and Fu Sekshong, a Director at the Ministry of Transport, recently left their posts. On 14 February, former nominated members of Parliament Raj Joshua Thomas and Syed Harun al-Habsi resigned from their roles. Their departures marked the first time NMPs had resigned before the end of their term, sparking speculation that they intend to contest the upcoming general election. Separately, on 25th February, the Ministry of Defense announced that Chief of Army Major General David Siow will be stepping down after nearly 30 years of service. The ruling People's Action Party has a long-standing tradition of recruiting political candidates from the public sector. Experienced administrators are often seen as being well prepared for high office, but civil servants must resign before engaging in political activity. With a general election expected by mid-2025, political analysts are closely watching whether some of these resignations signal impending political bids.